Howdy folks, Kerbo here. Welcome back to No Creek Farms. It's a new year, start of year 3. We're here in day 4 early spring. And I am getting loaded up with poo here. I'm going to go fling some poo. Several changes over the winter time since I last checked in with you. You might notice this is not the Massey. This is indeed a case 1455. Unfortunately, old Massey cracked ahead and just wasn't cost effective to fix the old tractor up, so it's gone on to the great big field in the sky. And we spent some of that money we've been earning from the field and the milk. And I got this case 1455. It's a little more horsepower. It's maybe 40-50 more horsepower than the Massey. And I got the loader here off of that, or off the T6 that we sold. And I got a little bit bigger manure spreader. Just kind of upgrading some equipment here. Upgrading our cow operation. You may notice there's quite a few more cows around here. That's because I went and bought like another 28 cows. So we got our work cut out for us this year. Get that gate closed. But we're going to go spread some manure on field 1. Get that ready for planting. So it'll be planting time soon. I should turn off this conveyor here. There you go. Gonna go spread some poo. Oi! Jump that fence. Keeps you in shape. So also got a bigger mixer wagon for the cows. We got a lot more cows, so we're mixing a lot more food. Stepped up to, I believe, is it 4? I think it's a 16,000 liter, so it's not a whole lot bigger, but it's enough bigger that it matters. So we kind of needed to upgrade the Massey anyway, just more bigger stuff coming in. And consolidating the tractors down. We've just got the T7 now in this case. So the T7 will be our big field tractor. And the case here is just kind of our general purpose tractor. It's kind of the big brother to the Massey. It's still got a really good sound to it. I've always liked the sound of this 1455. It's got a good sound to it. Soil temps coming up just above freezing. But I thought I might as well get some manure on here while we were waiting. Now this is a new manure spreader. I'm not sure if I have to have anything special to operate it. No, I think we're good. We just turn her on. We don't have to mess with any levers or anything. I'm not sure how far it spreads. Let's give it a whirl here. About yay far. Alright. Let's move over a bit. There we go. Something like that ought to do. Not sure what the ideal working speed on this thing is. Looks like it might be about 9 miles an hour. So 4th gear ought to do pretty nicely. Cruise set up. So we got rid of the Massey, we got the case, we got a bigger manure spreader. I already told you about the New Holland tractors. We got rid of the T6 and the T8. Got just the T7 now. We sold some milk. What else has anything else changed? Bought some cows. We're running a little low on hay. I'm really hoping we can last till the early summer cut. But I might have jumped the gun just a bit on the cows. We'll see how that turns out. So other than that, we're just we're getting ready to plant. I'm going to put straw, I think, in field 1. Possibly field 2. I haven't decided yet. Or maybe part of field 2. I want to have enough straw that we don't have to buy straw. You okay in 4th gear uphill? I think it's going to be all right. I'm hoping between the solid and liquid fertilizer from the cows, we'll kind of have enough. Might put some solid pellet in with the seed. And then just do the organic stuff for the rest of it. Let's hop in the cab here for a bit. It's a little hard to tell. Can't see hardly. I can sort of see in the mirrors, not quite. It's a little bit quieter in here, not a ton. We want something about like that, perhaps. Looks about right. The mirror needs to tilt down just a little more. Now we're a little far over. Left a little bit of a gap there. It's hard to see without the mirrors. It's got mirrors, they just don't tilt down enough. So this load's going a lot further than I thought it would. So that's good news. We're gonna almost make it 3 passes. So we might have enough solid manure to get the whole field covered. Perhaps. Yeah, just kind of almost make it down here. It's not quite. I take that back. We might actually make it. We're going to pull it off. Look at that. That's awfully close. Alright, let's head back and get another load. Gonna cross here, I think. It's not really a crossing, but it's not super violent either. Here we go. Hop in the cab for the trip back home. I noticed while pulling the full feed wagon around, even though this is 145 horsepower, it doesn't feel a whole lot more powerful than the Massey. I guess it is. Main advantage is it's heavier. I think I probably hastened the demise of the Massey by trying to pull the new big mixer wagon. It could the Massey could barely move it. It's pretty full. Let's pull in this gate. Get a glimpse there. That's just it's just Silo King mixer wagon, just a little bigger than the Cannon that we had. Not a ton bigger, but enough bigger that it makes a difference. This conveyor works out better than the shovel. Except when you don't quite pull under it. It's weird. I didn't think it would load without it being turned on, but apparently it does. Yay, farm sim. Now what's your problem? Oh, I see. It just dumped off what it had on the belt. Weird. Alright, well, let's go get it fired up again. There we go. So, it's going to make a mess of the conveyor, but so it's a little more efficient than using the shovel. And really, this shovel is too big. It was too big for the Massey, for sure. That's why I used the T6. And it's a little too big for the case. I tried a shovel full, and it just really struggled. So it's going to be a little hard on the tractor. So I bought this conveyor. I think it'll pay for itself in non-braking tractors. That should be about full. Coming up on 80% full. There we go. Be good, cows. Cow's got its own schedule. And it doesn't include silly farmer hollow manure. My cows are pretty well behaved, but let's shut the gate. Let's hop back in the cab here. So this holds 12,000 liters of manure. Not too bad. We'll just start at this end since we pretty much finished that last pass. Pretty close. Thought I hit the on button, but I didn't. Didn't have the tool selected. There we go. Now we're flinging poo. So I'm kind of trying to line myself up with the field texture so we can go straight. It looks like I didn't go very straight on that other pass. So that's not working out the best. That's okay. We're not going to get 100% coverage. As long as we're close. Tractor isn't quite fancy enough to have auto steer and GPS. Yep. A little better coverage there. There we go. So we'll kind of follow this line up through the field. Back and forth we go. So this should be second stage fertilization because I did cultivating to get rid of the plants. That gave us first stage. This should be second stage. And then I think when I drill the seed in, which I don't think is how you sow wheat, but I could be wrong. I think we can add some dry pellet, and that will, in theory, be the third stage, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see how it works out. Some testing might be in order. I don't remember exactly how that works. And then with mods changing things, sometimes I just kind of have to test and see what works. So we had to get pretty good yield here on field 1. I didn't count very well how many bales of straw I got off of here. I know we ended up with 54. I can't remember if that included any we bought from anywhere. I think we were all done with the bought bales. So I think by the calculations for 100 head, we needed like 84 bales. I should run the calculations again for 60 head. We might be okay just planting this field and getting straw, but I'll have to crunch some numbers and see if that's going to work out. If I do have to plant some in field 2, I think I'll probably just do the east side, where it's a little more easy to work. We won't need to do the whole field. And that's all of that load. Seemed like it went as far that time. One thing I don't like about the 1455 is that big old exhaust stack. It's right smack in the way. Gives you a reference point, I guess. It's kind of in the way. But anyway, I'm going to head back to the pile here, grab another load, and get this all covered down on field 1. And I will catch you next time when we might be doing some planting. We'll see how the soil temperature goes. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care.